Okay, now let's try to solve some problem. The vapor pressure of glucose is 17.01 millimeter mercury at 20 degrees Celsius, while that of pure water is 17.25 at the same temperature. Calculate the molality of the solution. As you can see, the solution has a lower vapor pressure compared to the pure solvent, which is water. So it is case of vapor pressure lowering, right? So the formula, okay, for vapor pressure is that the pressure of the solution is equal to the mole fraction of the solvent multiplied by the pressure of the solvent. Okay? Now we are given with two pressures for the solution and pressure for the solvent. We can solve for the mole fraction of the solvent, which will now become, our solvent is water. Let's use it. Is pressure of the solution divided by the pressure of the solvent. Okay? Now, the pressure of the solution is 17.01 millimeter mercury, and the solvent initially has 17.25 millimeter mercury. So solve that. You can solve it in your calculator. The mole fraction of water is 0.986. Okay. Now, if the mole fraction of water is 0.986, therefore, the mole fraction of the solute is just 1 minus the mole fraction of water. This is 1 minus 0.986 equals 0.014, right? So if we assume 1 mole for ease of calculations, we will have 0.986 moles of water and 0.014 moles of sucrose. Again, to calculate for the molality, our formula is moles solute over kilogram of solvent. Okay? So our moles of solute is 0.014 moles. Now we need to find the kilogram of solvent from the moles of water. Okay? 0.986. Let's convert it into mass using its molecular weight. Water is, let's say, 18 grams per mole. Cancel the mole. And then convert the grams into kilograms. So when we have 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So 0.986 mole of water is equivalent to 0.0177 kilograms. So we can use it in our calculation. 0.0177 kilogram. This would be, this is 0.79 mole per kilogram or 0.79 molar. Okay? Next, a solution of 6.4 grams of an unknown compound in 100 grams benzene boils at 81.7 degrees Celsius. Then determine the molecular mass of the compound. Then we are given with a boiling constant of 2.53 degrees Celsius per molal and the boiling temperature of the solvent, which is benzene, at 80.2 degrees Celsius, meaning we are dealing with boiling point elevation with the formula the change in temperature is equal to the Kb, which is a constant, multiplied by the molality. Now to solve for molality, we divide by K sub B. So molality is equals to the delta T over K sub B. Now your delta T is change in temperature, T sub 2 minus T sub 1. So it's like the solution, okay, subtracted by the boiling point, okay, divided by our constant 2.53 degrees Celsius per molal. So in this case, we did not convert to Kelvin since our constant is already at degrees Celsius. But of course, depending on the constant, right, we must use the proper unit. Cancel. Now using calculators, this is 0.593 molal. Okay? But what is asked to us to do is to determine the molecular mass. Okay? So remember that the molality is equal to the moles over the kilogram of solvent. Okay? But this mole can be write as the mass, okay, divided by the molecular weight multiplied by the kilogram of solvent. Therefore, we could rewrite this equation, okay, to solve for the molecular weight, wherein our equation would be the mass, okay, divided by the molality, okay, multiplied by the kilogram of solvent. Now we can use this equation. For the mass of the unknown, we have 6.4 grams and our calculated molality of 0.593. This is moles per kilogram multiplied by our kilogram solvent, which is 100 grams. So we can convert 100 grams to kilograms. This is 0.1 kilogram. Okay. Now we can cancel the kilogram, leaving us with grams per mole, which is the unit of molecular weight. Now, using a calculator, it should be 107.95 grams per mole. Okay? Next, we predict the vapor pressure of a solution prepared by mixing 35 grams of the sodium sulfate with 175 grams of water. Now, the vapor pressure of pure water at 25 degrees Celsius is 23.76 torr. So, in here, okay, we can use the equation that the pressure of solution is equal to the molar fraction of the solvent multiplied by the pressure of the solvent. Okay? But as we can see, we only have the vapor pressure of the solvent and we do not have the mole fraction. So to solve for mole fraction, we must first solve for individual moles, right? So for the moles of water, we have 175 grams. We'll convert it to mole using its molecular weight, say 18 grams per mole. This is 9.72 moles. Now, for the moles of Na2SO4, we have 35 grams. Okay, we convert it to mole using its molecular weight, 142.05 grams per mole. This is 0.246 moles. Okay, but remember if your solute is ionic in nature, meaning there would be many ions. So we apply the Van Hoff factor, which case we will have 2 Na positive, right? And 1 SO4 2 negative. Therefore, this will be multiplied by 2 plus 1 or by 3, right? So the number of moles for sodium sulfate would be 0.738 moles. Now, to solve for the moles of water, the mole fraction, rather, the mole fraction of water is the moles of the water divided by the combined moles of the water and the sodium sulfate, which the mole fraction would be 0.92, 0.929, right? Since we already have the mole fraction for water, which is our solvent, we can use it in the Raoult's law. So the molar fraction is 0.929 multiplied by 23.76 torr. So the pressure of the solution is to be 22.08 torr. Okay. Next, a 202 ml benzene solution containing 2.47 grams of an organic polymer has an osmotic pressure of 8.63 millimeter mercury at 21 degrees Celsius. Calculate the molar mass of the polymer. So we can use the formula for osmotic pressure pi is equal to the molarity multiplied by R and T. But we are to solve the molecular weight or molar mass of the polymer. So we need to derive the equation since molarity is equal to the mass of solute over molecular weight times the liters of solution. So we will have the molecular weight. So this equation is converted to the mass solute multiplied by RT divided by the molecular weight multiplied by the liters of solution. Now we can cross multiply for the molecular weight. This is mass multiplied by R, then temperature, divided by the osmotic pressure, and then liters of solution. Now, since we already have the formula, we can input the values. First, for our mass, we have 2.47 grams of the polymer. Then our R from the gas constant is 0.08206 liters atmosphere per moles Kelvin. Okay. Then for temperature, since we have the unit of Kelvin, we must first convert the 21 degrees Celsius to Kelvin by adding 273.15. So this is 294.15 Kelvin. Now we can write it to our equation. 294.15 Kelvin. Now for the lower end, we have the osmotic pressure, but it is in millimeter mercury. So 8.63 millimeter mercury. We must first convert it to atmosphere. So we have 760 millimeter mercury is 1 atmosphere. Therefore, cancel this. Okay. We have 0.01114 atmosphere. 0.0114 atmosphere. And then the liters of the solution is 200 ml, 202 ml. Let's first convert 1000 ml is 1 liter. So this is 0.202 liters. Okay. We have a lot to convert for this problem. So now, let's just check the units. Cancel the liters. We can cancel the atmosphere. We can cancel the Kelvin, leaving us with grams per mole, which is the unit of molecular weight. So now you can pause to solve it in your calculators. So this is 25,890 grams per mole. So don't worry if this seems too large for a molecular weight because it is an organic polymer. Okay? Okay, for the last problem, the observed osmotic pressure for 0.1 molar solution of FeNH42SO42 at 25 degrees Celsius is 10.8 atmosphere. Compare the expected and experimental values for I. Okay? So again, this is for osmotic. So the osmotic pressure is equal to mRT, but this time we have ions. So we need to multiply it by the Van Hoff factor I. Okay? Now to solve for I, okay, this is we can divide by mR and then T. Now to solve for the Van Hoff factor I, we have the osmotic pressure divided by the molarity R and temperature. Okay, wherein our osmotic pressure is 10.8 atmosphere. we can divide it with our molarity, which is 0.10 molar or moles per liter. Then R, which is 0.08206 liters atmosphere per moles Kelvin. Then for the temperature, this is 25 degrees Celsius. So we must first convert it to Kelvin. This is 298.15 Kelvin. Okay. Now, since we can cancel atmosphere, cancel the liters, the moles, and the Kelvin because I is unitless. Okay? So now, can use your calculators to solve for this uh, experimental value or calculated value. So, this should be 4.41. Now, we are asked to compare, right? So, what is our expected value, right? So, remember, we have Fe, NH4, and then SO4. So, we have 1 Fe, okay? We have 2 NH4, and then 2 SO4. So, this is 1 plus 2 plus another 2. So, our I should be 5. Okay, there's a bit of the difference. So remember that at different concentration, okay, so the I could be different. Okay,